Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to Ferret Face Fail Productions. So today we're going to talk about Quietkat and why we have dropped them as a dealer and why, really truthfully, we're not going to work with that company anymore. So a little background here. We are A&M Moto Toys based out of Monument, Colorado, close to Colorado Springs if you've never heard of Monument for no reason. Anyways, a little background on this, and Meeker Extreme and I already did a video. I'll throw a card up of it. But on my channel, I just wanted to kind of briefly go over, things that happened with Quietkat and why we are no longer going to work with a company like this. So first and foremost, we started working with Hemingway originally, and they had some requirements and some other things that were kind of hard for us at the time because we were still working out of our garage, so on and so forth, and so we had kind of stopped doing it. And then going forward a few months, we'd moved into this space, and as we looked back into the e-bike market, we'd found Quietkat, and I originally had liked Quietkat simply because they, they're a Colorado-based company. That's where they started, and it seemed to be a really good deal initially when we first started working with them. They had high-value bikes, they were high quality. At the time, the reviews seemed relatively decent, so yeah, it seemed like a good deal. Now, as time went on, this just got worse and worse. There's a lot of changing things in the market, I think, for e-bikes as well as pricing, and the COVID fad's kind of gone down. So when we initially purchased a couple of Ibex and then a Rubicon, a couple of Villagers, so on and so forth, we were going to do some rental programs with them. We were going to work with them as a company. We quickly found through their pricing that it was insane. The cost that we bought the bikes at was quickly what the cost was that they were selling themselves at. They were doing constant sales. They were dropping them a lot. It was up and down. And they promised us that, hey, you're going to maintain your margin. That margin was supposed to be, I swear to God, they originally said 30%, but they came back with, oh, well, we only guarantee like a 24% margin or something like that, which is whatever. It's kind of baloney. Nonetheless, that means that if we purchased at a certain cost and they were now below it, to maintain our margin, they would give us credit. Now, what does that mean? That means that that's credit towards buying another bike. That's not cash. That will not keep a small business like us open. So that means that I'm selling a bike to have them reimburse us credit, to sell another bike, to sell accessories, to hopefully make money. It feels like it felt like an Amway scam, So that got worse and worse. Our relationship just kind of was going downhill. We were starting to see a pickup in rentals a little bit and a little bit more interest in them. Although the straw that broke the camel's back, so we had a customer come in and he ordered a brand new Ibex. Now, he had a really complicated order. He had a lot of items. So we actually worked with Quietkat on the sale, to where getting everything together, making sure that he was getting his 20% discount, so on and so forth. And lo and behold, one of their own salesmen undercut us, made the sale with the customer anyway online, even though they swore to the customer that we were going to get reimbursed. That never happened. We'll get a little bit more to that. And he was upset. They sent it to him instead of us, as far as we were going to assemble the bike, which would have been more cash in our pockets. And the bike came damaged. In fact, there's still a whole bunch of problems with this guy's bike. I don't know if we were supposed to say his name or not. But yeah, so it just kind of went downhill and downhill and downhill, and we quickly learned that Quietkat wasn't taking care of him. We got involved, we ordered some more accessories, so on and so forth, and then we complained, hey, we're not getting our cut, we're not getting our part, what the hell? And they're like, well, we'll give you a $1,600 credit, which, by the way, is far below. This man ordered an Ibex with like $2,000 worth of accessories, so our cut should have been way more than that anyway. And it was only a credit. It was like, oh, cool, you can order more stuff. So we ended up using the credit to order Steve more accessories. And it just, it didn't didn't go well, right? We were pissed. They were pissed. As we reached out on the social media, we realized that a lot of people were very angry with Quietkat. Now, I'm going to turn you back around and show you what we, partially because my arm's tired, but... So you can see that, yes, I do have Quietkats here. I've got a Rubicon, which they have now thrown the Jeep line out to the wastelands. I got an ibex sitting here, and I've got a villager right here. I've got a villager up front as well. But as you can see, that I am a real dealership / rental business. This is what we do. And we were very frustrated. We are all about customer service. We are all about taking care of our customers. And when you start messing with people like that, or not taking care of them, or undercutting us even as a dealer, that is not cool. And ultimately, that is what led to us parting ways with Quietkat. Now, for a second here, let's talk about the quality of the actual bikes. And here's the thing that sucks, is that the initial quality is pretty decent. Now, make no mistake, these are still manufactured in China. They're just sold from a warehouse out in Eagle, Colorado. But I think the quality control is pretty decent. The bikes are very fun, very powerful. They do pretty well in the advertised ranges and so on and so forth. And my initial review of them was very good. But ultimately, if the product is not backed by a company that cares about its customers, none of this matters. And it is extremely frustrating for us because, hey, I'm here to make money and sell bikes and rent bikes. And if you can't keep up with your customers, if you can't keep good relations, hell, if I can't get a hold of you or whatever it may be, then you're pretty useless as a business, in my opinion. And I feel like we made a huge mistake not going with Hemingway, because our relationship with other Chinese vendors, people that import Talarias and some others, have been very positive. In fact, it's a very good business relationship. We order something, we get something. If there's a problem, they send it out. No questions asked. With Quietkat, it's back and forth, and then you can't get a hold of somebody. Yeah, that's just not cool. So here, I'm going to walk up to the front, show you what else we got going here. So here's our other villager. And kind of our idea with the villagers originally was to have a commuter bike here for Monument, so people could hop onto the Santa Fe Trail and head to Palmer Lake, grab lunch, whatever. It was kind of an advertising point. We wanted some e-bikes, and these are fantastic for that. In fact, the Villager is really kind of an underrated bike in my opinion, but I'm not going to recommend Quietkat in any sort of the fashion there. And this whole story of how Quietkat has gone downhill is very well documented. Just hit any of the Quietkat Facebook groups. They're just riddled with people that have had all kinds of issues and problems. And, you know, we've been undercut as a dealer. Maybe if you're Bass Pro Shop or Shields, you just don't care because you're moving products and you can take the hit, or you're just going to order more product anyway. But for us, you know, if we can't make cash on stuff, we don't stay in business. You know, this is just a perfect example of how a corporation ruins a company, because Quietkat was originally all local. Now they're owned by Vista Outdoors, and not great. And from what I can tell, looking at their stocks and stuff, they're hemorrhaging anyway, which is probably why they have no customer service for Quietkat. While we're here on the subject of customer service, I'm going to talk about another bike here that in a company that has done phenomenal, pretty much directly the opposite of Quietkat, and that is the RAR Mantis. Now, you'll say, okay, this isn't a pedal e-bike, blah, 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 whatever. This is a US-based company that is being manufactured in China and then imported by an LA-based company called RAR, and it's called the Mantis, right? So this is a great relationship we've had with them. We've worked with them since before they've released bikes. We've had early test and demo units, and now that we're selling them. In fact, this month, I think we've sold 3 of these. Very, very happy customers. And not to mention, I can contact the company at any point in the day. They respond back to me. I actually have a pretty good relationship with the CEO, being able to ask advice and ways that we should set these up, issues that we have. They even gave us a loaner bike in a situation. So one of the bikes had a motor failure. Customer came back, was annoyed. A dealership up in Denver didn't take care of them. So we took the bike back in. We said, all right, we think something's wrong with either the controller or the motor. And we were diagnosing it. These are new bikes, so best to my knowledge, and I'm pretty knowledgeable about motors and electronics, I thought it was a bad hall sensor in the motor. Didn't matter. It was taking too much time to diagnose, and we told them, hey, look, I think for the customer, it might be best if we just send them another bike. So RAR sent over a bike in 3 days. We got it in, we assembled it, and we got the customer in here on a brand new bike with no defects, sent him back out the door. Warranty exchange, no problems. And on top of that, we charged the, labor time for putting together the new RAR to the company, and they reimbursed us. Oh wait, they also reimbursed us for the motor that they sent us about a week and a half later for the broken Mantis, and we were swapped the motor. They also reimbursed us for that. So talking about a great company. And my whole point to this is that why can't Quietkat, who's based in the United States and has stuff manufactured in China, do that? Why can't they take care of their customers? Why can't they support their products and dealers? I've even had the CEO of the RAR Mantis come to our individual store to check us out, say hi, talk about their product and future of their company. Nothing from Quietkat. What I get is some disgruntled salesman who basically wants us to do every single transaction that we have happen through him, because Quietkat has made it so complicated to sell their bikes and accessories with pricing and everything else that I can't really even do it without being handheld by them guys. It's not friendly, and all I can say to anybody looking at Quietkat is just take a hard look at the market out there. There's a lot of choices, and I believe that Quietkat is just not a great company right now, and I hope that someday they can figure it out, get on their feet, maybe get away from Vista Outdoors. Whatever the problem is, it needs to change. We love our products. We test our products. I have personally ridden this Villager on 10 miles each way down Santa Fe Trail to test these bikes out. I've taken the Rubicons up Dillon Reservoir and done 40-mile loops on them. We test all of our products and we work with the companies. And I am not going to lie to our customers about a product or a company. So we'll come back into here and just kind of finish up. I'm going to get too passionate and too far into this if I keep going, to be honest with you. It makes me really mad. To give you an idea, like we've probably lost, I don't know, between right around $20,000 working with Quietkat. I've got to sell these bikes, and I have to be honest with the people that are buying them. I think they're good bikes. I don't think the company is great. They'll come with a warranty. In fact, if you're interested in these bikes, I will give you an astronomical deal. I think right now, $1,500 a piece on the Villagers. If you want to come in, Rubicon and Ibex will probably have to kind of look it up. Right in the $3,000 to $4,000 range is probably where those are sitting. We'll probably give a phenomenal deal. But at the end of the day, it's just, not all business relationships work out. They just don't. We know that. It's just sad. And I think we're more hurt by this scenario because we've been burned by Chinese companies, But being burned by a Colorado company that is trying to take your money out from underneath you and not allow you to make money on sales and stuff, that is just... Man, that really hurts me because, we're also a local Colorado company. We're outdoor people. We ride these. We felt like they were pretty good products when we first tested them. And it's just really disappointing. And anybody out there that's looking on these, feel free to comment on your experiences. Hey, if you're another dealer out there, let me know what's happening. I've heard from, I've at least talked to one other dealer that's also stopped working with Quietkat here in Colorado. So, we're not the only ones, and it's just kind of a sad relationship. But we will be carrying Hemingway. I have a feeling that their bikes are going to be more consistent. I actually think we're going to have a better supply line of parts and stuff. They actually vet shops and stuff to make sure that they can work on and repair bikes and stuff. So we've got our little repair workshop back there. And, we're not huge. We can't do absolutely everything, but we're really good. And what we can't do, we have local companies. We have a bike shop over here in town that we work with on some of this stuff. So, yeah, we all work together as small businesses. And that's why, Quietkat, if you see this, gosh, how sad is it that you can't get replacement parts for one of our customers? You really screwed him. And even the whole order got screwed up. We didn't even get our money out of it. That's terrible. That's thousands of dollars out of our pocket. That's our utilities. That's our rent. That's everything else. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Ferret Face out.